We've got our first safety car of the evening.
Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome to a safety car race at the Spanish Grand Prix. We have got a full 20 car grid of the Formula 1 safety car and also other safety cars from other championships. We're here once again on Gran Turismo 7. We've got a 5-lap race coming up around the Circuit de Catalunya. We're going to be in the original chrome silver Mercedes AMG that we know and love from many years of Formula 1. Of course, these days they do swap round and are in different colours, but here we go racing in the original, the daddy. Here we go from last place on the grid against a whole load of safety cars, and it really is a spectacle. We got some Mercedes AMG, we've got some, I think, Renaults in there as well, and the BMW safety car, the Toyota as well. A load of people slowing up, so we have to swerve around so aggressively to take about 5 cars, that was, into turn 1. Well, my landers watching this thinking, this looks like a lot of fun. We need to make this a real thing. How about safety car races on the F1 race weekend? We already get, you know, the junior categories, W Series. Why not chuck in a safety car race? I'm sure Bert Mylander would like to get his racing pedigree on, but yeah, this is the fun you can have on a new shiny game like GT7 like this. But Gran Turismo 7 is not the only nice new shiny thing in my life. I've also got this Revolut metal black card, because today's video is sponsored by Revolut, and this is why you need to sign up ASAP. Revolut's my new go-to financial super app, and if you sign up, you can get one of these very sleek metal cards yourself with an awesome design, fully customizable as well in the app when you order it yourself. And as the world opens up, and maybe hopefully if you're lucky enough you're going to some Grand Prix abroad this year, it's got some great travel benefits as well, because with this card and the app in general, you can get fee-free international payments. So very easy to pay for things on the go, no hidden fees and costs that you might incur afterwards if you go to a Grand Prix and pay for concessions, whatever, at the circuit or in around the city. And on top of that, you can also potentially get some discounts on takeaways whilst you're out there, or if you're closer to home, just on some of your favorite brands out there. There's so many different benefits with cashback as well from such brands like Domino's or ASOS. And if you sign up right now using my link in the description, you can also get a £20 sign-up bonus. So that's Revolut. Let's get back to Gran Turismo 7. Ending Sector 1 into Sector 2, we can see the AI really actually racing each other quite hard here in the safety cars, more so than some of the other cars we've seen in the GT7 videos I've done so far. So there's something about being in the safety car, it makes the AI feel a bit, you know, not wanting to play it safe, and they want to actually attack each other quite so much. So the two AMGs actually slow each other down there in P8 and 7. So the Nissan GTR safety car is able to catch up. We go a bit wide there. That right-hander is very much not flat in a safety car versus Formula 1 cars. And this is the thing with going to F1 circuits, always with any car that's not an F1 car, always have to get used to it, as we inadvertently, by mistake, make an absolutely biblical dive bomb on the Nissan safety car there, but he comes back at us, to be fair to him, and chops us off. So it's all getting a bit rather unsafe, I would say, around here. But yeah, as I was saying, as I very much demonstrated, when I come to an F1 circuit and it's not an F1 car I'm driving, my eyes and my muscle memory just goes haywire with, oh, I thought I could brake at that point, but I just can't. But to be fair to us, we styled that out quite nicely there into Sector 3 with that dive bomb. That didn't quite work out the first time on the Nissan, but it did then eventually into the final chicane. But as we now round the corner then onto the second lap with that luscious camera angles. Yeah, I'm loving the replays on GT7. Codemasters could definitely learn a thing or two about the angles at least, and I hope ray tracing could be a thing in the replays in a future Formula 1 game. But we're now sending it down the inside as we enter turn 1, lap 2, get it just about slowed down in second gear, nailing the apex actually quite nicely up into P7, and now giving the man ahead of us. So this is pretty much, I think, all AMGs apart from maybe one Nissan. We get a bit too overconfident though in 4th gear and get it all crossed up, and it's like watching the Japanese Grand Prix career mode from last year's game as the safety car goes wide into the gravel trap. Giving me PTSD, that angle was from the My Team career mode episode where I crashed into a safety car, if you guys remember, when we were in the quadrant car in, I think, what was it, season 6, I think, on F1 2020. But anyway, yeah, completely getting it messed up and doing what a safety car shouldn't be doing. As oh my god, look at those two GTRs going side by side. That was absolutely amazing. Two AI really giving it to each other through that left-hander. But yeah, yeah, we make a mistake, so we have to recompose. We're back down to P9. So this is the thing with GT7, no redos, so we just have to carry on and try and make up for it as we now send it through the inside. Oh, it's very, very close, straddling the curb through the final corner to make the overtake, stick back up into P8. But that was very opportunistic. But now we get a great run, and look at the suction power going on here in the slipstream there between these AMG cars up into P7. And now can we try and make a move on these two, sensing maybe some space opening on the inside of turn 2. We have to be careful though on the curb, because the rear tires will start to spin up a little bit, and then trying to float the car through for that outside line on P5. Here we go, feathering the throttle a little bit, and then trying to plant the power. The traction is kicking in for us though as well. Remember, we're on a PS5 controller, so still yet to get a wheel. I am in the works of it. I hopefully will be getting a wheel maybe earliest next week. It's taken a bit longer than I was hoping to do, but yeah, so for now the traction helping me a little bit on the controller, but it's only like setting 2, so not too much there. Now we're looking at P4. Can we get the Frenchman ahead of us? We've got, I think, one lone Nissan that's managed to stay up in the top 4 here, but we're going for some really ballsy moves here. And actually, oh my, okay, I spoke too soon. I spoke way too soon. I was going to say we're actually doing quite well, being aggressive and moving this very, you know, lumbersome, weighty car around for these overtakes. But there again, a little bit of an overstep there under braking, and I have to give the Nissan a little bit of a love tap there. So we remain in P5, having to re-dive bomb the Frenchman in our fellow AMG safety car. Purple again closing up, just really not getting used to the brake point there. Or maybe I'm just actually braking later than the AI, and actually they should be braking a lot later, as now we're sizing up the GTR. Can we go for a dive? I'm feeling down the inside, you know, of this next right-hander. He gets a little bit crossed up there on the rear end. We dive to the inside. I've only just noticed, to be fair, as well, as we get the GTR. The GTR safety car, that looks kind of more like almost a police car in many ways, with the blue lights ahead of it, as we really hop over the curb using the masterclass lines, as we now close in to the top 2, all silver, all F1 safety cars here, and we're barreling down this straight for a new lap, and we've gone purple. It's a 2:12 lap time, so significantly slower than the F1 cars. You can see why the likes of Hamilton and Verstappen complain about how slow the safety car is going. Even at full pelt, the safety car is a lot slower than anything those guys can do, even like just feathering the throttle, like 5th gear probably. But now we're trying to close up to P1. Wary though of this move, because we're making a lot of mistakes here, and this AI, to be fair to this one, has done really well. I've talked about this before, about there being quite a large discrepancy between AI speeds, it would seem, car to car, but this one's done very well to be this far ahead and giving me a hard time, because he obviously defends the inside line. We're on the outside, and we go a little bit wide there, as again I almost take a trip into the grass, pretty much, to be honest. So I'm going to take this a bit patiently, because for whatever reason, unlike the other cars, or even just like the campaign cars I was trying when we started the career mode, I'm just not getting used to the weight and the kind of brakes of this one. Again, going too deep, just making far too many mistakes, having to slam on the brakes to keep it on the track there. So this is the one car that is defeating me so far on GT7 in terms of getting used to it and just getting into my head mentally about, okay, aarava, you can't brake there, you have to brake a lot earlier. I don't know what it is, I don't know. Maybe just because I'm chasing this guy and so I really want to overtake him. So now we're moving into the final lap almost. So fair play and kudos to this AI, doing a good job at, well, again, blocking me then as well, as we go down the inside though, and he chops off into the chicane, very aggressive. So this is really an out-and-out hard, aggressive race with the Brazilian AI as we go on to the last lap of this Spanish Grand Prix of all safety cars. But there's pretty much no safety going on here between myself and first place. But we look on the left-hand side, we're going to shoot past him and finally get this overtake done. Look in the rear view and just confirm that we're fully up into first, and then come through the final bends to win this safety car race at the Spanish Grand Prix. I see massive potential, to be honest. I think that we should all send a petition, a letter to the FI, to F1. I think this has a lot of potential as a support weekend race at the Formula 1 race weekends, and we could start it at the Spanish Grand Prix because we know now with this, top tier accurate simulation that Gran Turismo 7 is, that it would be a really fantastic, entertaining race, and the cars are somewhat raceable and safe. I don't know what's the situation with a safety car for a safety car race. Like, does an F1 car become the safety car for these guys? I don't know. That's a question I'll leave with you guys in the comments below. Let me know what you reckon with that one. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. If you are new around here, then do get subscribed for some more GT7 videos in the future, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.